What's going on this evening, guys? Just finished up for the day and figured I would make a video that I've been wanting to make for a while. And if you saw the title, you know it's been at least 100 days. But if you did see the title and this is your first time stopping, thank you for stopping by. This is predominantly a lawn care, outdoorsy, chainsaw, firewood, who knows. Some days, like I said, it's a lawn care channel. Other days it can be rebuilding a chainsaw or cutting down a tree, chopping up firewood for the winter. It's kind of all over the place, but mainly an outdoors channel. If you're an old friend, you already know that. But yeah, guys, I am actually, as of today, I'm about 105 days without alcohol. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but to me, that's monumental. That's huge. If you saw the old or some of the older videos, you know I started a 75 hard journey on June 1st of this year, and one of the criteria for that, one of the challenges, was no alcohol for those 75 days. And if you remember, when I posted right after that, probably day 76, day 77, or right before it, I guess it would have been, I was talking about how anxious I was and how all these other things, I was going to be able to do them if I wanted to, and I wouldn't fail the challenge. Well, obviously one of those things would be being able to drink alcohol again. And I really thought about it, and I actually didn't give myself much of a choice, because on day 77 I started phase 1 of the Live Hard challenge. I'm gonna switch it back to the other side now that the sun's not in your eyes and to my back. Started phase 1 of Live Hard, and one of the critical tasks there is also no alcohol. So I stuck with it. Right now I'm on day 28 of Live Hard, and I, like I said, have not had a drop of alcohol since May 31st. Again, that might not seem like much, but I'm not gonna say that I had a problem with drinking. I like to drink. It helped. Now that I've been without it, I can see how much it was affecting my life, how much it was suppressing some issues that I needed to deal with, and how much of a burden it was on my family. It's amazing when you stop doing something like that, how much you actually start to notice around you. It's been really eye-opening to me to see the person I was then and the person I am now. And I'm not saying I've changed for, you know, a full 180 degrees and I'm so much better, but cutting the alcohol out, let's just run through it. I don't wake up every morning feeling sick. I don't have the headaches. I don't have the stomach aches. I don't have that anymore. I feel better in the mornings. I wake up a little more refreshed. I am able to actually spend more time with my family and actually remember some of the stuff. We've done more family events. We've gone out more. It's made things a lot easier. And also, not that I needed to lose any weight. Like I always tell everybody, I'm 5'6" and barely 160 pounds. But I have lost 15 pounds since cutting out the alcohol and switching over to mainly water. I do still indulge a little bit in my energy drinks, but for the most part, I've cut out any pop or soda for any of our other friends that don't live in the area. I've cut that out a lot. Obviously cut the alcohol out, and that's everything. That's beer, that's liquor, wines, spirits, anything. If it's got alcohol in it, or made of alcohol, or distilled, this, that, the other thing, I haven't touched a drop of it since May 31st. And like I said, it's taken me a while to muster up the courage, I guess, to make this video. I've thought about it since day 100. I wanted to do it then, but I just, like, I don't know. I didn't feel like it was the right time. But it's, like I said, it's amazing to see how much more you get out of your life when you don't have that in it. And I'm not coming on here to make you feel bad about yourself if you're drinking or you like to have a drink now and then. That's not the point of this video. The point of the video is to let you know my journey and what it's done for me. Obviously, if you've subscribed to the channel or you've seen some of the prior videos this summer, you know that, like I said, I've done the 75 hard. I've been on this path to self-betterment, and this was just one of the big steps and big challenges for me that I wanted to accomplish. It hasn't been easy. I'll be honest with you, the first 2 weeks of going without it, I've never wanted anything so much more in my life. And you know, it's crazy that you can let something have that much of a hold on your life and you don't even know it. And another eye-opening thing for me was how much it's marketed everywhere. I mean, you can't drive around town without seeing, you know, 13 different beer posters, or different whiskey this, or wine, or rum, or whatever. It's everywhere. I know when we went to the amusement park, they had stations set up of, you know, alcohol this and mixed drinks that, and it's just like, holy moly. Like, I never noticed how easily accessible and how much they market, you know, the adult beverage industry to everybody. And that, I don't know, it's crazy. It just, like I said, without it in your life, you will notice more things. I don't know, guys. I'm just trying to process it and make it all what I'm thinking and feeling in my head, try to come out to the words that I want to say, and it's really hard to just put it out there, because if you're somebody that's struggling with it, you don't know that you're struggling with it until it's too late. Until you lose everything and you have to start over, or you end up, you know, in a really bad place. Like I said, it's amazing how easily accessible and how much it's marketed, and how much of a strain and a downer it is on your life. You know, I've got friends that, when I was finishing up 75 hard, they were telling me, like, oh, what are you gonna do, like, you know, the day after? You taking the day off from work and just going out and getting trashed, or you coming over this weekend where the party's going on? You know, we're gonna be drinking around the fire. And it's like, no, that's not what I had planned. And that's another thing. And this is just going to be kind of rapid fire to you, because it's just popping in my head as I'm saying it. You'd be amazed at how many things you have to relearn to do without alcohol. You know how hard it is for me to grill and not have a beer there? Like, it's crazy how much you feel like you need something when you're doing just some regular everyday task. Sitting around a bonfire. We've had a handful of fires this year, and I haven't really sat around any of them, because anytime in the past when we had a fire, I'd always have a beer with me. And I've tried to remove that from my life. And it's so strange, like, hearing the guys I work with talk about going out on the weekend and drinking, and I'm gonna go over to such and such's house and we're gonna have a game night and I'm getting trashed there. And it's like, why would you want to do that? Why? And again, I'm not trying to put anybody down with this. I'm not trying to, you know, degrade or make you feel bad. And I don't want this to come across, like I said, that I'm degrading or putting down or trying to make you feel bad. This is just my point of view on it, since I haven't had it. Like, why would you want to put yourself through that? I can remember vaguely the days of the hangovers. You know, the day after this awesome party you go to, or this great evening event, and you wake up the next day and you feel like you just want to die. Your head hurts, you're sick, you can't eat anything, you don't want to move, your eyes don't want to open because the light hurts them. And it's like, why would you want to subject yourself to that when there's so much more you could do? And I know you don't always have to be that way. You can go out and have a couple drinks and be fine. But at the same time, like I said, why subject yourself and your body to that? Why? I don't know. I guess it's just the way I view it now that I haven't had it. Like I said, it's amazing how much your life can change when you take something that's so destructive and not good for you, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm never gonna have a drink again. You know, would that be optimal? Yes. But at the same time, I know that's not gonna happen. I know there'll be situations where I'll want to have a beer or a mixed drink or whatever, you know. But for the last 105 days, whatever it's been, just not having it has made such a difference in the way I see things, and not to mention, like I said, the family aspect of it, the being able to be more productive throughout the day. You're not being handicapped by, alright, as soon as I get done working, I need to run to the gas station and pick up a 6-pack or a 12-pack or whatever. Like I said, you can get your life back and start really down the path of betterment for yourself if you cut it out. And it's just amazing how it's marketed. You know, you see the ads on TV or on Facebook, YouTube, you name it, it's got an ad for it somewhere. And they make alcohol just look so fun. Like, oh, you're drinking and you're with your friends, you're on a boat, you're at the football game, you're camping, you're doing this, you're doing that. When in reality, if that's really what you're doing, well, you might have a problem. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm almost home, so I'm gonna cut short now, but I'll pick back up tomorrow because there's more that I want to say to it. But I at least I wanted to start this video, so I had to finish it. But yeah, like I said, so far I'm over 100 days without, and I haven't felt better. But I'll pick back up with you right now. And I'm back. Back in the garage tonight. Gotta change the blades on this. But I figured now would be the time to finish on my talk from yesterday. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do it on this video. I'm gonna do it on the next video. Tonight's just gonna be about changing the blades, getting this deck scraped, because like I said in the one earlier this week, it is bad. It's been a weird fall. We had a lot of growth over the last, I'd say, month, and then all of a sudden within the last week and a half, it's just shut off. The two I mowed tonight, it's probably the fastest I ever mowed them. Plus, it's probably the only time I'll get paid that much money to just stripe a yard and go over it. Barely cut anything off. But that's how it goes sometimes. Feast and famine. You know, right now everything's a little meager. We're still making money. There's other times where everything's growing like wildfire and it's taking you longer. But that's how it goes sometimes. So let's get into this. Alright guys, like I was saying, we're going to clean the underside of this deck tonight. And it's actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, you can see all that stuff there. Yeah, leave the light on. You can see all that. It's all clumped up, but I actually thought it was going to be a little bit worse. So it's not too bad. I don't feel as bad now, but it's still a little embarrassing. But the first thing we need to do, start getting this thing scraped clean. Handy dandy scraper. So let's get into it.
It's nice, this is all dry, so it's not like scraping that wet spring grass off that sticks to everything, but it's extremely dusty. I probably have eyes on, but no.
Alright guys, the deck's scraped. I only have 5 sharp blades, and 3 of them are my mulching blades, and I'm not ready to put those on yet. So I'm going to quickly just throw an edge on these which ones were these? These were the Copperheads. That Copperhead aftermarket blade that I got a couple months ago. These aren't too terrible, but it is a little blunt from where it's still the factory edge, where I used it for about a week and a half, knocked the paint off of it. I'm just going to run the grinder down through here, knock this edge down a little bit and bring it back to a point. Normally, I don't sharpen my own blades. I know, crazy, right? I don't sharpen my own blades. I take them into the store and have them do them there, just because it gives me a better edge. I know they're balanced. I know that they're going to cut better, and they're going to last a little bit longer. So I don't normally, like I said, do it myself, but in a pinch tonight, just because I want to have sharp blades on for the yard tomorrow. So take a few minutes here, knock the edge down on these, and this is something that I'm going to put eyes on for. I've never had a piece of metal in my eye before, but I've had wood shavings and PVC shavings, and I'd rather not have that happen to me tonight. So I'm going to put the safety glasses on, get this edge knocked out real quick, and then get these blades back on the mower.